What up guys, this video is gonna be a real treat. So the homies at Massthetics are gonna share their favorite accessories for the 3 big lifts, the squat, bench, and deadlift. And if you guys don't know who they are, Massthetics is a powerlifting crew and they're strong as shit. One of the guys is 165 and he pulls 700. The other guy is 242 and he has almost 1,600 pound total. So they got a lot of wisdom and they run a modified west side conjugate system method and they got a lot of insight on how to get really strong. Here you go.
I'm Simon.
I'm Garrett.
And we are Massthetics.
No, wait. We can't do the intro without a pump.
One, get it.
Crucifix girls.
One, get it.
My name's Simon.
My name's Garrett.
And we are Massthetics. Neither one of us are either massive or aesthetic.
We know that. We made up the name, the symbol and everything when we were doing more bodybuilding. But we still got the moves.
We still got...
Hit him with that lat spread, dog.
We still got the moves.
Hit it! Ah! Wait, hold on. We're powerlifters, by the way, or we pretend to powerlift.
We pretend to be powerlifters.
We are pretend powerlifters. So these are the exercises that we think, the variations of the main movements, we think have supplemented and increased the strength of our squat, bench, and deadlift the most. They're our favorites.
So, like I said, this is more for educational purposes. We like to pretend like we know what we're talking about. These movements specifically have gotten us stronger over the year, and for me, when it comes to the squat, bench, and deadlift, we chose 2 variations for each one, and for me, it's the pause squat, and for Gary,
front squat.
And on the bench press, it is close grip bench for me,
floor press for me,
and on the deadlift, for me, it's the deficit deadlift, more specifically from a 3-inch elevation.
And then mine is a block pull from my sticking point, which I'll go in more detail about when we actually get to it. But for now, let's start with Simon Ball's favorite variation of the squat.
And that is the pause squat. Basically, the pause squat really highlights one of the hardest points in the movement, which is being inside the hole. Not many people will fail a squat once they get outside of the hole. So for raw lifters especially, getting used to the most uncomfortable part of the movement being the hole and kind of learning how to power through that part of the movement. And learning how to power through that part of the movement is really going to have a lot of carryover to your main squat stance or your competition stance itself. So as a quick disclaimer, like I said earlier, you're not going to see any crazy lifts. We're going to mostly be working with about 80 to 85% of our 1 rep max within these variations. So today for me with the pause squat I have about 455. Another disclaimer, we had a pretty crazy rough squat workout last night.
Crazy rough.
So,
and we're doing all this shit today. So we're gonna snap our shit up
just for YouTube.
Just for the YouTube. Just for the views.
Do I look jacked, bro? Do I look jacked, bro?
Ready for this fire, dog? I like front squats because they're almost as good of a deadlift accessory as they are a squat accessory. The reason being is a lot of people believe that the limiting factor in front squat is actually not your leg strength or your quad strength, which part of it is, but is actually going to be your back strength. So a lot of times I like to even overload on front squats and high bar squats with a reverse band or maybe even use wraps, because just unracking it and holding it and getting out of the hole with that much weight, you have to have a strong ass back to do it.
Wait.
And also, for me, it's the hardest variation of squat, right before high bar. And then of course competition low bar. And we also have a safety squat bar, which I like to use, but for the purpose of this video, we're only going to talk about a straight bar. So I believe that if you get strong as shit at front squats, your high bar is going to be stronger, and your competition stance is going to be stronger.
So we're moved on to the bench press, and one of the variations that I've seen over time to really help, especially my lockout strength, is the close grip bench press. So basically what the close grip bench press is going to do, it's going to increase the range of motion on your bench press because you're using a more narrow grip. That's going to make the whole movement harder, and over time you're going to be able to see, hopefully, especially if your lockout is an issue, that you're going to have a stronger bench press in general.
Gary, don't start bugging me, dude.
You touched my back with your dick.
I didn't.
Silky smooth.
Close grip bench press.
When I benched pause 290, I went and I tried floor press, and I could only get 5 reps of 155. So my lockout and tricep strength was severely lacking. So I started to do floor press, and my bench has gone up all the way to 340 in only a couple months. So I attribute a lot of that to floor press. And I like floor press first before any tricep accessories because the lockout is primarily triceps, but it is still chest and shoulders too. So it hits that last portion of the movement, which I think is the weak point in most people's bench, the best. And as far as variations on this, you can play with it, and I say use a wide range of grip widths just to hit those muscles at different points. You can do close grip, moderate grip, and if you have a wide competition grip like mine is, middle finger on the ring, you can do that too. Always change it up, always strengthen those muscles from different angles.
One more. So one of the variations that I have definitely seen over time to really help my overall deadlift strength is the deficit deadlift. And right here we have a 3-inch deficit, around 3 inches. That's the elevation that I've seen that has definitely had the most carryover for myself. Basically what the deficit deadlift is going to do is similar to the close grip bench press in the sense that it's going to increase your range of motion, so it's going to change up your leverages a little bit. And for most people, that's going to make the lift a little bit harder. In most cases, a lot bit harder. For instance, I was able to pull 635 from a deficit, and my latest pull from the floor was 675. So that's kind of the difference there. Usually, that's a pretty spot on. So what we're going to work up today is just quick and easy 5-plate deadlift, and that's a deficit deadlift. So everyone knows in powerlifting you never just do 495. You always got to throw on the washrooms.
It's all about making that dick big!
Because 500 sounds a hell of a lot better than 495.
My favorite deadlift accessory is...
I didn't even hit you with that.
I fail right below my knee above mid-shin. So if I start the lift from my sticking point, basically I have no momentum through there, the same idea as a floor press if your sticking point's your lockout. So I started from my sticking point, which is a 3-inch elevation. And to add to that, I like adding bands because my lockout is slightly stronger than I am from that sticking point, but I like making it hard the entire way. So not only am I lifting from the most difficult point, it just is going to get more difficult as the bar rises to lockout. So this is the only thing we're including that's going to have bands or any type of accommodating resistance. And honestly, these orange bands from Elite FTS, they're not that expensive. You can usually set them up even if you're not in a specialty gym, in a power rack, or even heavy dumbbells. So I think they're a good investment. See, I do not put 2.5s on $4.95 because 1% difference is fucking arbitrary and I'm not a dipshit fucking pussy! Okay. Come on, team! A month ago, I was
He's a freak.
14 plate deadlift.
Only a month ago, he was 6 years old.
I was 6 years old a month ago.
What the?
Doing it 14 plates.
What are you doing?
Take your belt off.
Why?
I'm a power lifter.
So that's the video, guys. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you didn't, well, I'm sorry.
That's our fault.
That's just the way we are. We're potatoes.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
So we just want to say thanks to Bart Kwan of Barbell Brigade. We've been a huge fan since way back with his
Since the webcam days.
Uncle Chin and Uncle Same videos. Funny as fuck. Bring those back, Bart. What the fuck? Anyways, again, big thanks to Barbell Brigade. Hopefully you'll see us out in California by the end of the year.
Showing off his six-pack.
Mostly just the guns these days. But it's alright. 6-pack sometimes.
People always say it looks like relatively the same size. And I'm like, I can kind of see it. It's almost catching up, but...
Here, go in front, go in front. There you go, bro.
Bam! Out angle. Well, anyways, what I really liked about working out with Bradley is, so I'm more powerlifter focused. And when you're a powerlifter focused, you're always focusing on the lift. So you're always trying to move the weight